Good morning. I would like to call to order the Pasco County Board of County Commissioners 10 o'clock meeting of May 21st, 2024. At this time, please silence all electronic devices. Please rise for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance.
O merciful Creator, your hand is open wide to satisfy the needs of every living creature. Make us thankful for your loving providence and grant that we, remembering the account that we must one day give, may be faithful stewards of your good gifts. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Yeager, please approach the front of the room to be sworn in by State of Florida 6th Circuit Court Honorable Judge Chris LaBrusso.
You raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and of the state of Florida. That I am duly qualified to hold office under the Constitution of the state. And that I will well and faithfully perform the duties of County Commissioner of Pasco County, on which I am now about to enter. So help me God.
Yeah.
Step over here out of there, family picture.
Man, my family doesn't even come. Of course, I'm not sure if I invited them. Maybe my first.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Commissioner Yeager, will you please join us at the dais? Welcome.
Thank you.
Would you like to say something this time? And
Sure. I just want to say I'm very thankful and humbled to be here to serve District 4. A little bit about me and just our family to public service. My dad is a retired detective, homicide, also retired Navy. We grew up, before we went to theme parks, we would go see battlefields and read names on the walls. So public service is in my DNA. And I'm just very happy to be here and to be able to serve everybody. I look forward to working with all of you.
okay, Madam Clerk, would you please read the roll?
Yes, sir. District 2, Commissioner Waitman.
Present.
District 3, Commissioner Starkey.
Here.
District 4, Commissioner Yeager.
Here.
District 5, Commissioner Mariano.
Here.
District 1, Chairman Oakley.
Here. Let it be known that we have a quorum in place. At this time, we move for public comment. Citizens are given opportunity to comment on any event or on our future agenda or before the board on business under the board's preview. Today's public comment will be handled as follows. First, we will take public comment from those persons here in person. Then we will take public comment for those who have pre-registered on the WebEx and are currently on queue. We request that when you address the board, comments are not directed personally toward a commissioner or a team member, but rather directed at the issues. This provides mutual respect between board members and the public. After stating your name and address for the clerk, a 3-minute timer will be activated. After 2 minutes, a single beep will indicate you have 1 minute left. At that time, when that 2 minutes is up, then you will have 2 beeps and you should close your comments. WebEx participants will be disconnected automatically when their time is up. Madam Clerk, do we have any people signed up for public comment?
Yes, sir, we have 4 individuals signed up. The first is Philip Carhart. If you can come to the podium. And then if you'll give your name and address for the record.
Yes, my name is Philip Carhart. I'm a retired Navy Chief Petty Officer, and I'm also the founder of Semper Feratis Veteranos. It's a nonprofit veterans organization where I try and help get brother veterans off the street.
And Mr. Carhart, can you give your address?
Oh, yes.
That's okay.
7041 Coral Reef Drive, Port Richey, Florida, 34668.
Thank you. You can continue.
Since 1973.
Okay, thank you. Continue.
I have had a lot of ideas, and through my entire college experience, I was designing tiny homes because that's the new modern trend. My professors wanted me to do it, so I thought, take it to the next level. Let's make those tiny homes for homeless veterans. Since I came home from college and I've been here in Pasco County, everybody's now telling me that Pasco is working on a project just like this. I'd like to be a part of that project. I'd like to put my ideas to work. I'm doing such good research right now. I'm riding this scooter around Pasco County and speaking to the homeless people. How did you get here? What do you think it would take to get you out of here? How can we get you to substance abuse? How can we get you some VA benefits? How can we point you in the right direction? Like some Pasco County officers did for me some 30 years ago. I get emotional about it because it's important. There should be no veterans sleeping in the woods. Well, we have the power to reach out to them and pull them up out of the gutter. Sorry I get so emotional, but this really hits home with me. And I have the experience that I've been there. And I've fought my way back, and now I own a 3-bedroom house in Embassy Hills. So I want to take my knowledge and my experience and help the county with your program to help them move forward and help our brother and sister veterans and get them up off the street. I know of one guy that rides up and down on US 19 on a wheelchair, a hand-push wheelchair. He's eligible for one of these. He's a veteran that fought in Vietnam, but because he doesn't have a place to live, he wheelchairs up and down the sidewalk all day. We don't need that. These men fought for our country. They deserve our help. Got 1 minute to go. Second item on my agenda to tell the county about is the condition of our sidewalks. And I read on the internet last night that there's funds available from the federal government in infrastructure packages that we could take away all of these trip hazards. Even take work release program, take some of our inmates and let them come out and set them up with a couple of mechanics from the county and grind the bumps off the sidewalks. The trees have lifted the sidewalks up. The handicap ramps leading to the street are death traps. My elbows all tore up from tipping over on this scooter on one of them on Embassy Boulevard. And I apologize for getting so emotional, but that veteran stuff really touches home with me. And I think my ideas of the tiny home community and even putting solar panels on the roofs of them to make them self-sufficient and make it a step program where they first get a tent platform to put their tent on. Okay, I hope we can, I thank you for your time, and I hope we can put some of this to good use.
Thank you for your comments, and Kathy Pearson is waiting in the back of the room in the red. If you will, speak to her. She will see you at the back. Okay?
Okay, so the next individual signed up, Cinda Crouch. Ms. Crouch, name and address for the record.
My name is Cinda Crouch, and I'm representing David Crouch at the residence of 4115 Kristen Lane in Land O'Lakes, Florida. He is a retired firefighter of 24 years with Tampa. After retiring from as a firefighter, made it his life dream to preserve the nature as well as the landscaping of Land O'Lakes. He's well known in that part of the county. He resides on 30 acres that is a wetlands refuge as well as a wildlife refuge. The commissioners have always done what they can to validate that as well as to preserve it. We thank you for that. In September of 2021, you met to put in stipulations for the Oakstead development that was going on along our south border of the property. In doing so, it was stated that they would put in a 10-foot, leave a 10-foot natural buffer for the wildlife, as well as preserve the wetlands that their property would be touching. Since then, they cleared that property of every oak tree, right down to dirt. Nothing left but dirt. There was no preserving of the wildlife whatsoever or of the wetlands. They've since put in a fence along Joy Drive, along to the SPCA. They set back that fence 25 foot. Along the border of our property, both our easement and the south border, that fence last week was put up on the property line with no buffer. We ask that the commissioner help us in having your agencies push this. Code enforcement has tried without success. Please back your mandates and preserve our wildlife. We have now, FWC's been out, Eagle Watch has been out. We have eagles that have moved over from Drexel because of the building there. Because of all the Oakstead, we now have 4 other endangered, federally endangered animals on the property. We house 4 sets of deer that are now about to have their babies, and just were crying at the highway day before yesterday because they couldn't figure out how to get back into their babies who were also crying. This is a plea to preserve the last Zone 3 agricultural wetlands wildlife sanctuary left in that part of the county. Please, if I can plead to you, please help us to preserve it before it's destroyed. It's the last one left. I thank you for your time and your attention.
Could I get your address again, because I'm trying to see where?
4115 Kristen Lane, which is off of Joy Drive behind the elementary school there,
And it's behind you that was cleared?
in front of us. I have the aerial shot if y'all would like to view it.
Yeah, can we keep that?
It's my only copy.
Okay, we'll get a copy.
but
How do we do that?
you can
This is
see
your
here-
district?
Yeah.
You can see here that we're
You need to,
redlined.
you need to stand at the podium. Thanks.
You can see here that we are redlined and red zoned, and what your engineers have taught me, that means that no one can touch that property line to preserve it, because it is a Zone 3 untouchable piece of property. The front part is dry, the rest is all wetlands. Would you like,
Okay, she's going to make it.
Move to receive and file.
Yeah.
I got a motion.
Thank you.
And then certainly we want
Second.
second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Oh.
Okay, motion
What-
passed.
Can someone from staff talk to her? Because I don't understand why we can't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, sounds like some fines are coming.
The
What does
fence
JP
along the
usually-
easement should be pushed back 15 feet, because where they've put the fence is where our drainage ditch and our utility easement is. That's a given. There's also supposed to push it back 10 foot along the south border to allow for that wildlife natural buffer.
Okay. JP, will you meet her in the back and discuss everything with her?
Thank
The
you.
developer there.
Thank you.
Okay,
person.
the next individual signed up is Alan Rose.
I was thinking she said it was Oakstead. but it's
Mr.
behind
Rose,
Oakstead.
name and address for the record. Thank you.
Yes, good morning. Alan Rose, 10221 Hilltop Drive,
Thank you.
Newport Richey. I just come to you today. It's been a while. Been out getting better after some medical issues, but back to coastal Pasco County. Right now, our public beaches, this is today's issue, and what I've gotten a lot of feedback from people is that we need to pay some attention. I've submitted what I'd recommended in the past, and currently we have 1,400 feet of public beaches. The proposed coastal plan that I've brought before you previously would bring swimmable and fishable waterfront to 12,200 feet. Funding is available, $16 million from the state. There's over $2 billion federal funds available. You just have to go look for it and get it. And then this is annual funding, and there are many more dollars available through various grants. Anklet River currently is at 1,000 feet of a beach. That would stay the same. Green Key currently is 200 feet. The proposal would bring it to 5,000 feet. Brasher Park currently is at 200 feet. Proposal would bring that to 5,000 feet. Hudson Beach is currently at 200 feet. Proposal would bring that to 1,200 feet, 1,200 feet. The county just needs coastal waterways infrastructure management to take this. It's really long overdue. Our beaches, people all want to go to the beach. People all want to enjoy the waterfront. We are a coastal county, and it's been 60 years since real efforts have been made to address our coast. And when they did that 60 years ago, they did sidecast dredging, which caused many of these issues. Over time, the sedimentation has all caused a lot of issues. The flooding, the repetitive flooding, and everything that we've seen. This can all be fixed. And I know we're minimized on the staffing we have that can go after this and the funding. We can find the funding. Once we have the funding in place, as long as the county is behind it, we can get people to do the work for us. There's an abundance of funding for this type of work. We can go after endangered species because of our manatees and others, the coastal seabird sanctuaries we have, different things we can do, and we can attach to these funds that are available and achieve results for our county. Our coastal areas need attention. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your comments.
All right, and the last individual signed up is Sean Novar.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Sean Novak, and I'm seeking permission to use a boat ramp to remove pre-cut timbers from
Your
the
address,
south.
sir?
Excuse me?
Need your address?
It's 33027 St. Joe Road, Dade City, Florida. And we're required by our permit we're applying for from the DEP to get written permission for these things. We're fully insured. We're deemed non-commercial, and we have just half-ton vehicles, very light duty, 1 or 2 logs at a time if we get some. And that's it, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I think this is a request that should go through the administrator's office.
Oh, okay.
It's not something that you should act on without having staff vet it.
Yeah. If you will, Johanna, you gonna meet with him outside there and get his information? Okay. Thank you for your comments, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
Commissioner.
sir.
That is all that's signed up for
Is there
public comment.
anyone in the audience wish to speak at this time? Seeing no one. WebEx?
No, sir, no one signed up.
No one signed up for WebEx. So at this time, we'll close public comments and we'll move on to resolutions. And we will start with resolution 31. Or 1. Yeah.
Resolution 1. Okay. Is anyone here for National Nurses Week in Pasco County?
Last one.
If you'll come to the podium, come on up.
Oh, it is. That's my eyes.
All right.
Bring your whole team.
Yeah, bring the whole group.
Okay, we're coming.
Okay. So this is resolution number 24-124, a resolution by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, declaring May 6th through 12th, 2024 as National Nurses Week in Pasco County. Whereas registered nurses in the United States constitute our nation's largest healthcare profession, and whereas the depth and breadth of the registered nursing profession meets the different and emerging healthcare needs of the American population in a wide range of settings, including the front line of a pandemic. And whereas the American Nurses Association is working to chart a new course for a healthy nation that relies on increasing access to primary and preventative health care and better utilization of all our nation's registered nursing resources. And whereas professional nursing is an indispensable component of the safety and quality of care of hospitalized and non-hospitalized patients. And whereas the demand for registered nursing services will be greater than ever because of the aging of the American population, emerging health challenges, the continuing expansion of life-sustaining technologies, and the explosive growth of home healthcare services. And whereas more qualified registered nurses are needed in the future to meet the increasingly complex needs of healthcare consumers in this community. And whereas the cost-effective, safe, and high-quality healthcare services provided by registered nurses will be an increasingly important component of the United States healthcare delivery system in the future. And whereas the 2024 theme of National Nurses Week is Nurses Make the Difference, honoring the varying roles of nurses and their positive impact on our lives. Nurses make the difference as trusted advocates who ensure individuals, families, and communities receive quality patient care and services. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, that said board hereby declares May 6th through 12th, 2024 as National Nurses Week in Pasco County and encourages citizens to acknowledge and thank nurses for the work they do. Done and resolved in regular session with a quorum present and voting this 21st day of May, 2024.
Move approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Welcome. Thank you. Now, wait a minute, now who's the speaker for this group?
My name's Regina Marabella. I'm a Pasco County resident for a number of years, and I'd like to introduce Dr. Marie Atia. Okay, she's the president of the Florida Nurses Association, and she'd like to talk on behalf of the nurses.
Okay. Welcome. Yeah.
Good morning, distinguished board. My name is Maria Etienne. I'm a doctor of nursing practice, professor of nursing from Miami-Dade College. It is quite an honor to stand before all of you today to say thank you on behalf of the Florida Nurses Association. And of course, we have our stellar director from the Central Region for the Florida Nurses. I want to acknowledge her, Megan Maroney, who's doing an amazing job here for FNA. The Florida Nurses Association's mission is to advance the nursing profession and to promote a healthy Florida. So the fact that you're acknowledging nurses in your county, nurses in your city, I would like to say thank you. We represent over 450,000 nurses in the state of Florida. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Wait a minute, we're gonna get y'all come back. Y'all come back. It took y'all a long time to get here, so don't leave so quickly. Because we do appreciate everything you do, and without nurses, a lot of our health care in this county doesn't go on without nurses, I can tell you. And doctors are very important, but the nurses have the one-on-one with patients and take care of our seniors and all the other patients that we've been through a lot. And I know y'all, as a profession, have been through a lot, especially through COVID and then on now. And you're still getting trial day after day with new things popping up and happening in our community. But we very much want to thank each and every one of you. And Mr. Waitman, you want to speak?
Yeah, just appreciate y'all making the trip up to beautiful Pasco County. It's, in my family, I'm a dad of 3 young ones, and we took advantage of nurses over the weekend, helping my oldest get over a little speed bump. But it was just pretty amazing. You know, the doctors oftentimes come in last, and so the interaction, especially with little ones, is with you all, the nurses. And just always courteous, bedside manner. I mean, you all set the benchmark of how service should be provided to families and patients during very stressful times. So commendable profession, and thank you for your advocacy.
And I would echo the same. I would say nurses are the workhorse of the healthcare industry. So I'm very grateful for all you do. And I know we have a shortage, and we're working here locally to help with that shortage. But thank you for all you do. I have a daughter who's a physician assistant. So, but she's military, so she moves around a lot. So she's actually a teacher right now for University of Washington. But thank you all for your service.
Ms. Yeager, would you like to speak?
Recently, I'm a mom as well, and we had 2 surgeries, and I just can't say how amazing the nurses were, and you guys truly are the glue and the comfort to all of the patients. Just when you smile and you come in the room, it means a lot, so thank you.
Ms. Brown?
I'll go the other end of the spectrum. As my parents get older, I see a lot more of you nurses too. And the care that they get locally has been phenomenal. Appreciate your career that you've chosen, and we want to just try to promote you as much as we can because it is such a critical need for us in the future too. So thank you for your service.
Okay, I'm going to come down and we'll take a picture, and if the rest of the commissioners will stand up here behind us. So. Who's in charge? Or who's in the center here?
How many nurses does it take?
The phone first, please, right here. Everybody right here, thank you. Okay, and then here.
I never know where to look.
Okay, everybody right here now? Beautiful, thank you all.
Thank you.
Welcome on board.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
The young ones doing it.
Okay, RS2, anyone here representing Older Americans Month in Pasco? Please come to the podium.
This one.
All right. Good morning, everyone. This is resolution number 24-125, a resolution by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, declaring the month of May 2024 as Older Americans Month in Pasco County. Whereas there are more adults reaching retirement age, remaining strong, and being active than ever before. And whereas through their wealth of life experience and wisdom, older adults guide our younger generations and carry forward abundant cultural and historical knowledge. And whereas older Americans are a vital part of Pasco County's demographic makeup, contributing their time, wisdom, and experience to the community. And whereas every citizen in Pasco County should strive to recognize, understand, and address the evolving needs of older adults. And whereas older Americans improve our communities through intergenerational relationships, community service, civic engagement, and many other activities. And whereas communities benefit when people of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds can participate and live independently. And whereas Pasco County and the Area Agency on Aging of Pasco Pinellas must ensure that older Americans have the resources and support needed to stay involved in their communities, reflecting our commitment to inclusivity and connectedness. And whereas the 2024 theme of Older Americans Month is Powered by Connection, which emphasizes the profound impact of meaningful interactions and social connection on the well-being and health of older adults in our community. And whereas Pasco County and the Area Agency on Aging of Pasco Pinellas urges all Pasco County citizens to recognize the contributions of older adults and join in promoting programs and activities that foster connection, inclusion, and support for older adults. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, that said board hereby declares the month of May 2024 as Older Americans Month in Pasco County. Done and resolved in regular session with a quorum present and voting this 21st day of May 2024.
Move approval.
Second.
Got a motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed 5-0. Brian, you gonna be the spokesman?
I will for a brief minute. Good morning, members of the board. Brian Hoban, Director of Community Services. Want to first say welcome and congratulations to Commissioner Yeager. We really look forward to working with you and serving the community in the future, so congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you.
Also want to thank you, Commissioner Waitman. Your service on the Area Agency Board is tremendous. I want to thank you for your heart and dedication to serving our seniors in the community. Thank you very much for bringing this resolution forward. And want to thank the board holistically. I want to thank you all for your support. The team behind me, the Pasco County Senior Services team, has worked tirelessly to serve the seniors of our community, and your support has been tremendous. Also, your support in fostering the relationship between Pasco County Senior Services and our biggest partner, Area Agency on Aging of Pasco and Pinellas, has been tremendous. Over the years, we've done some amazing things to serve the seniors of our community, but this past year, that relationship and the services that we've provided to the seniors has seen new heights, and it's been absolutely amazing. Thank you for your support. Want to take a second, too, to introduce Anne Marie Winter from Area Agency on Aging, as she has a few words to say, too.
Okay.
Thank you, Brian.
Welcome.
Thank you, Chair Oakley, and our board member, Commissioner Waitman, and Commissioner Yeager. We look forward to working with you and helping you understand what we do at the Area Agency on Aging. We are the coordinating, planning, and funding body for services to seniors in Pinellas and Pasco counties. We've been in existence since 1974, and we've been partnering with Pasco County since 1981. So for more than 40 years, we've been working together to provide services to seniors, and I can't say enough about this incredible team and Kathy Pearson and the amazing partnership that we have. In the 50 years that we've been in service, we have served 1.7 million seniors with at least one service in Pinellas and Pasco counties. Last year, we served 69,000 people in these two counties, helping them to stay in their homes, avoid nursing home placement with a variety of services. The number of seniors is growing in Pasco County. We invite and we want to continue working with the county to make sure that there are credible and sustainable nonprofit organizations that can help us to serve our seniors. We look forward in the years to come to having even more people standing behind us as our partners. We thank you so much for honoring our older Americans this month and every single day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You want to speak?
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, it's, we came into office, it was a big, you hear from a lot of folks on the campaign trail. And it was pretty exciting to see my first budget cycle, we worked through the senior tax exemption and what that means in this ever-growing and expensive world that we now live in. And so Pasco County is taking steps forward to help affordability for seniors within our county, and I hope that folks out there who would qualify would definitely take advantage of that exemption. Our board supported the highest level of exemption, which is commendable. Also, it had something to think about, along with Anne Marie and then with Kathy and Brian, about what's our next step in how to help seniors continue to live and afford to live in Pasco County. And so excited to work and brainstorm through different affordable housing products and product types for our seniors here and where the appropriate place is to have that type of amenity. And, you know, with that comes folks who, there's an article that Ms. Cabral shared, and I shared with Kathy, about older Americans going back into the workforce. And quite frankly, I don't think that's a bad thing. They have a lot of experience that they can teach the younger generations, and the responsibility in just showing up to work. Now, they may not want to come back into the workforce, but the economy, you know, kind of dictates that for some folks. But there's a true offering within, you know, the older life cycle that can still be a tremendous benefit to our county and our state. So very commendable the work you guys do. And thank you for hanging with folks who are at the other end. It's kind of ironic that I have this proclamation to do today, but hopefully, you know, we'll make it all the way through. So thank you for all your dedication and your hard work to our seniors in Pasco County and Pinellas County.
Ms. Starkey?
Echoing all those things, and I'm a senior. It's funny, we have our youngest one on that committee, but.
Born in 86, this was 81.
But gosh, your numbers are tremendous, and I know that your services are much needed, and we are we have a lot of younger families moving in, but we also have a lot of aging population. And so I'm grateful for all the work that you do, and I just mentioned you at a meeting last night and the services that you do. If anyone needed anybody, I had them call the county, and then we would refer them to you. But because it's getting a little harder for some of our seniors to deal with the rising costs of services. So I'm grateful for all you do.
Okay. Ms. Yeager?
I just want to say how important I think your organization is, because when we were younger, they were the ones who took care of us, and now people like you can give back, and now we can take care of them. So thank you.
Okay. Mr. Mariano?
Thank you. And I know, Commissioner Oakley, when you appointed Commissioner Waitman, was out of a strong need, but as you might want to reconsider, he wasn't even born when we started this relationship with Area on Aging. But Anne Marie, you've done a great job every step of the way. Your passion's always been there, trying to get the right things done every step of the way, and I think that relationship is going to grow in more importance in the near future as well. So working with our team, working with you is going to be critical. So thank you for all your dedication to our seniors. It's very important. Thank you.
Anne Marie, all the work you do, I certainly appreciate that. The more and more I hear about seniors and aging, I fit that scenario. So I would, if I needed your services, I would want to be living in Pasco County to get the services y'all provide. That includes our staff and everybody involved with Kathy's group. It's a very important, and it's getting more important. I know we're going to have in the center part of the state, or the county sometime, we're going to have a new facility showing up, so we look forward to that. And all that we do. We do a lot, but there's always more we can do. And we went the other day feeding seniors, and it breaks my heart that we have a list of people, seniors, that we feed every day. But there's a list that are not on that list. But it's like everything. It takes money to be able to do that. But it breaks my heart, the fact that we can't seem to get them off that list. But I guess people continue to fall in those bad times and need that service. But the more we can do, the better that'll get. So I look forward to not seeing that line behind the group in front of them that are getting the meals, that everybody's included and no one's left behind. So, but I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the efforts of the staff. So very, very important. Mr. Waitman, that's your, sir, you want to go down? You want us to, maybe the rest of us stay up here behind you?
Whatever works.
Okay. Make for a better picture, I think.
Lisa, don't let you get in front of the block of you.
Hey,
good morning.
Can't see Jack over there.
I gotta get a space between Brian, I told you.
Where'd Brian go?
He needs to be in a chair in the front.
I'm tall. I'll stand over here.
We're good, we're good.
Here, I'll get behind you.
I can't get into the doctor, get my contacts out.
Okay. Everybody right here, please.
Doctor, get my contacts out at lunch break.
Oh, thank you.
Looks good. Thank you all.
They're
Thank
literally
you.
cemented.
Thank you.
And he makes it on my eyes. I had to sleep with them in.
I don't know nothing about them. I
No, I'm not
never
supposed
could
to.
do it. My
Not good.
eyes get irritated. Now we're on RS3.
All right, so RS3, is anyone here supporting National Automotive Service Professionals Month? I saw Mr. Wall earlier. You have your team with you?
This is County Fleet, what a job.
Yes. He's trying to make them come join.
Wow, we have Lisa's signature on it.
Look at the group.
All righty.
Don't be bashful, come on.
Come on up. Okay, this is resolution number 24-126, a resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, declaring the month of June 2024 as National Automotive Service Professionals Month in Pasco County. Whereas automotive service professionals play a significant role in the efficiency and effectiveness of both government and personal transportation. And whereas the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence, ASE, is a nonprofit organization established in 1972, and its mission includes improving the quality of vehicle repair and service by testing and certifying automotive professionals. And whereas automotive service professionals at the Pasco County Board of County Commissioners and at other public and private organizations have a tremendous responsibility to ensure vehicles and equipment are operable, dependable, and safe. And whereas today's motor vehicles are highly complex and equipped with more advanced technology than ever before, requiring specialized tools and highly trained professionals to perform vehicle repairs. And whereas the Pasco County Fleet Management Department is dedicated to offering preventative maintenance, repairs, bulk fuel storage, refueling, and acquisition services for vehicles and equipment to all departments within Pasco County. And whereas the Pasco County Fleet Management Department recognizes, supports, and practices the ASE guiding principles, ethics, and commitment to quality service. And whereas the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence has designated June as National Automotive Service Professional Month to further expand the awareness of the automotive professional's role in providing essential services within government, business, and the monitoring public. motoring public, sorry. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, that said board hereby declares the month of June 2024 as National Automotive Service Professionals Month in Pasco County and urges all Pasco County residents to join in recognizing the role of automotive professionals in the government, business, and transportation. Done and resolved in regular session with a quorum present and voting this 21st day of May 2024.
Move to approve?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed 5-0. All right, who's
Kim.
our spokesman today?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Brent Wall, Fleet Management Director. Just wanted to take this opportunity to give a little bit more of a picture of just one of the examples of what this organization has been able to do. Included in your packets, I don't know if you have the chance or opportunity to look at it, is a chart. I love charts, by the way. But anyway, what this chart says is back in 2017, this department, through the work of these individuals, managed to maintain the fleet for a cost of $7.4 million, and that is all the equipment and everything else that needed to be kept running. Now, as you know, since then, the county growth has continued as much as anything else. Inflation has been through the roof. And if you look at the blue line from that $7.4 million, that's what the billing would have been if we would have just accommodated the growth of the fleet and made no changes to our operations. The tan line there is what that cost would have risen to if we account just for inflationary factors based on the consumer price index. And if we add those two cost factors together, you would get the red line of what that cost would have been. But because this team has gone through on a regular basis, reviewed their activities, looked for improvements, and just flat out done a whole lot more with less and just done better, the actual billing or the cost of maintaining this fleet is actually what the green line represents.
Great.
Overall, in summary, that's taking in 55% increase in cost factors, but yet only representing a 12% actual cost increase. All told, from 2017 to where we are projected to end this year, that's a cost avoidance of $14 million that this team and others have brought forward. So just a real opportunity to take this month and give the team a real shout out for some recognition of a really, really big accomplishment.
Ms. Starkey.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I'm curious, how many cars and trucks do you maintain?
Right now, the number is right around 2,100.
Wow. And how many staff in your department?
Total positions in the department are 51.
Wow. So, I think this is the first time we've ever had these guys up in front of us, so.
I think it is.
I don't know a lot about your department, but I'm so glad that we're learning more about the great work that you do. And, something that comes to my mind, and your group here is pretty young, but I know we do have an aging workforce, and Zephyr Hills High School has an automotive academy. I'm pretty sure it's Zephyr Hills. And we've been partnering students through an AM Skills program with the Utilities Department. And I wonder if we shouldn't be working with the Zephyr Hills Automotive Academy and getting some of our students opportunities in the summer and maybe in future jobs. So let's work on that. If you remember, I brought that program back from my board meeting in Minneapolis that county was doing. So, gosh, I'm going to come out and visit you guys. And where are you even located? You're kind of all over, right?
Actually, we have a location here on this campus in the back. We have another one, a newer facility on McHenry Road, where we're co-located with Go Pasco.
Okay.
And we have a facility that will be opening in the next 60 days, about a half mile from here at the Galen Wilson Complex to support our bus operation there.
All right. Well, thank you again. I'm honored that I'm sponsoring this, and thank you for the great work that you're doing.
Mr. Waitman?
Thank you, Chair. 2,100 pieces, huh?
Yes, sir.
You don't lose a single one. It's, no, I come, my professional life from a fleet-based business, so just absolute respect for what you guys do in keeping the operation running, your preventive maintenance schedules and keeping on top of those and doing it, you know, to savings to the taxpayer of $14 million. You know, you guys be proud of the work that you do. You're highly sought after. I'm sure you know that within, you know, all industry, public and private alike. So appreciate y'all hanging tough and managing what you do. Often, you know, you guys are quietly in the background and not thought of unless a tire blows or something happens, and then you guys have to get that vehicle up and running. And so, yeah, great work, fantastic job, Brent and team, and hopefully we see more of you.
Yes, thank you for what you do. And, you know, the first thing I think of is just like you guys keep America running, right? So like you keep our trucks and cars on the road and deliveries to people. And like Commissioner Starkey said, just hoping like more students and, you know, choose that as a career in their workforce. So thank you.
Mr. Mariano?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know, I remember it was a few years ago, you and I met, Eric, we would talk about the fleet plan, what we're going to go do, et cetera. And your plan was to try to get better vehicles in, turn them over, find problem vehicles, turn them over. So part of the internal thing of looking at what to do was critical. And I know the feedback from your team was critical in making those decisions as well. When you just look at, and I'm glad you brought this chart up, it's a phenomenal chart. To think from 2017 to 2024, your costs have only gone up 8.5% is absolutely phenomenal.
12%, sir.
Well,
12.
maybe I did my number wrong. I did my own division.
Bottom right corner.
I took the 7.4 divided by 8.7.
Mathematician.
Finance
Yeah,
major.
a phenomenal change to what you've done.
That's
And
great.
in looking at it, it's like, that's the type of premier things we want to do in this county, to run more efficiently, to run better, and you guys are leading the way, so thank you very much.
And you guys really get it done when you think about that many vehicles in service and things of that nature that you have to keep up to speed on. I would imagine you're servicing vehicles every day, so it's and not just one. So, but I appreciate everything you've done, and our equipment looks great out there on the road. I can tell you that, and you're a big part of that. The Green Line. Any business anywhere in the county would want to keep a green line that's down like that is compared to what you're doing. So a very good job, and it's a good way of spending citizens' money to take care of this equipment and do it at a lesser cost. So very important.
The administrator wants to say something.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Brent, team, I just want to say thank you for what you do. We live in a transit-oriented economy. Pasco County is a big place. We're growing. Our teams would not be able to do one iota of work without your services. You know, we're going to recognize EMS Week here. An ambulance does not roll out, you know, without you know, good mechanics and things are taken care of. So just appreciate you guys doing that. You do things well. You do things efficiently, so efficiently that, you know, you're kind of taking one for the team, if you will, by you operating efficiently and as it's a fund enterprise within the organization. You free up other teams' budgets to absorb other portions of growth. So it's just a shining example of the work that you do that supports the whole. So thank you for all that you guys do.
All right, I'm going to come down and give this to you. And
You want us to stand up here behind them?
Yeah.
You got quite a few there.
All right. Right there. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody right here. Thank you. Got y'all. Looks good. Thank you all.
All right. So now we're ready for our RS4.
Okay. RS4, is anyone here from Guardian Ad Litem, or representing Guardian Ad Litem? If so, please come to the podium. Good morning. Okay, this is resolution number 24-127, a resolution by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, recognizing the 35th anniversary of Hero to a Child. Whereas Hero to a Child, Inc., doing business as Guardian Ad Litem Foundation of Tampa Bay, was founded on May 19, 1989, and is celebrating their 35th anniversary. And whereas Hero to a Child was founded in 1989 as the nonprofit partner to the Guardian Ad Litem Office of the 6th Judicial Circuit, serving Pasco and Pinellas counties. For more than 3 decades, Hero to a Child has supported tens of thousands of children in a myriad of ways through their partnership with GAL. And whereas today the mission of Hero of a Child is to empower, uplift, and support children and young adults impacted by the abuse and neglect to realize a brighter future. And whereas through their experienced team, diverse resources, and strong sense of community, Hero to a Child aims to create an environment where children feel safe, supported, and ready to conquer whatever challenges come their way. And whereas Hero to a Child believes that every child in foster care deserves to have a service leader dedicated to their well-being, and through strong relationships and collaboration, Hero to a Child makes sure that every young person receives the individualized attention and support they deserve. And whereas in 2023, Hero to a Child funded emergency needs, enrichment activities, birthday and holiday gift celebrations, and educational support for 2,767 children, trained 134 GAL volunteers, caregivers, and service providers on trauma-informed care, educated 67 teens and GALs about services available for aging out use, created opportunities for 30 children to reunite with separated siblings, and organized GAL volunteer and staff appreciation events, all made possible through partnerships with local service organizations and businesses. And whereas Hero to a Child has an unwavering commitment to the children of Pasco and Pinellas counties, helping every young person in the child welfare system thrive, experience stability, enjoy their childhood, and be prepared for success in life. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, that said board hereby recognizes the 35th anniversary of Hero to a Child and commends them for all that they do to help the children of Pasco County. Done and resolved in regular session with a quorum present and voting this 21st day of May, 2024.
Move to approve?
Second.
Got a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed 5-0. Our spokesperson.
Hi, everyone. I'm Erin Authier, Executive Director of Hero to a Child, and I wanted to thank you all so much for allowing us to be here today and recognizing the anniversary of this incredible organization. We were founded 35 years ago by a group of volunteers who saw a need within our child welfare system and wanted to step in and help to fill the gap of items, experiences, and love and support that was not being met by the state for the children in our child welfare system. We still have thousands of children in the system today, and that need still exists. Thankfully, our organization has grown significantly over the years, and we have a large board and a small but mighty staff supporting the work that we do. Over the last 35 years, we've invested millions of dollars right here into Circuit 6 in order to stabilize and provide for the basic needs and also the special experiences for children. And we could not have done that without the support of the community, without the support of the commission. And we are so grateful and honored to be able to be here with you today. So thank you for this opportunity and for acknowledging and recognizing our 35th anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you for all that you do in the county with the kids and all in this District 6. So it's a lot of kids and a lot of good things that you do for them, because they're out there sometimes and no one to have support, and your support for them is very important. So, Ms. Starkey?
Yes, good morning, and thank you so much for being here. And I learned about this through a meeting I had with Mr. Fiorentino, and I had not heard of this organization. I'm very familiar with Guardian Ad Litem, but I just was so impressed with what this organization does. So I'm glad that you're here today, and we're getting some more word out about what you do. And if people wanted to contribute, is there a place online, or how do you fundraise?
Yeah, our organization is herotoachild.org. That's our website. We actually have an event coming up in Pasco. It's a breakfast event on September 27th. So there's lots happening coming up here in our immediate community, but herotoachild.org, or just I always take checks or cash or change, whatever it is. We won't deny anybody.
Make sure that we all get an invite to that, and if you have a PDF, I can put that in my newsletter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be happy to support you in the good work that you do.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Waitman?
Thank you, Chair. herotoachild.org. Unfortunately, you're needed. You're needed. So thank you for stepping in, filling a gap, and trying to advocate for those who can't advocate for themselves, really are most vulnerable. And so thank you for being here today. Keep hanging tough, and we'll do what we can to help.
Okay. Ms. Yeager?
I just want to say, I worked with at-risk youth for 10 years, so I know what you guys do, and you're in the trenches, and just thank you for being a voice to those children that don't have a voice. So you are so needed and so valued, and thank you.
Mr. Mariano?
Thank you. And thank you so much for your service. 35 years, what an amazing accomplishment. And as the board has said, the work you do is greatly appreciated, much needed, and I put on my calendar September 27th.
Yeah.
I did too.
Okay, I think we can all come down for this one.
Yeah, we probably can. Yep.
Where's your event going to be?
Where's the event?
Everybody right here? Okay, thank you.
Looks good. Thank you all.
Okay, RS5 is National Emergency Medical Services Week, so I see lots of you in the crowd. If you'll come and join at the podium. Good morning. Okay, so this is resolution number 24-128, a resolution by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, declaring the week of May 19th through 25th, 2024 as National Emergency Medical Services Week in Pasco County. Whereas National Emergency Medical Services EMS Week was first established in 1974 by President Gerald Ford, making this year the 50th annual National EMS Week. And whereas EMS Week is a celebration to honor the over 1 million EMS providers nationwide for their service and sacrifices. It is also an opportunity for fire and EMS crews to continue to raise public awareness about the critical role of EMS in the community. And whereas EMS Week recognizes the members of the emergency medical services teams who provide a vital public service and are on the front lines, ready to administer life-saving care and services to all residents in need in Pasco County, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And whereas EMS system members' daily hard work, especially in potentially fatal situations, dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness and injury. Whereas the members of the EMS teams engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. And whereas the EMS system consists of emergency physicians, nurses, skilled dispatchers, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, firefighters, first responders, educators, administrators, and others who provide quality emergency care. And whereas the 2024 National Emergency Medical Services Week theme, Honoring Our Past, Forging Our Future, calls for us to honor those who came before us while also looking forward, building on their efforts, and committing ourselves to forge a future for the next generation of EMS professionals to serve their communities. And whereas it is important to recognize the value and accomplishments of emergency medical service providers and to honor them by designating the week of May 19th through the 25th, 2024 as National Emergency Medical Services Week. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, that said board hereby proclaims the week of May 19th through the 25th, 2024 as National Emergency Medical Services Week in Pasco County and encourages the citizens of Pasco County to join in expressing appreciation for the exemplary efforts, hard work, exceptional service, and dedication provided by the individuals who work for Pasco County Fire Rescue. Done and resolved in regular session with the quorum present and voting this 21st day of May, 2024.
Move approval.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed 5-0. We have a spokesman?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, all of you. Commissioner Mariano, thank you for sponsoring this resolution. You guys have always been very, very supportive of Pasco Fire Rescue, and this resolution just goes a long way to show the men and women how much your commitment is to us. You know, if it wasn't for your commitment, you know, the commitment for the county administration, you know, Mr. Carbala, Mr. Murphy, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. We have one of the most state-of-the-art, nationally accredited fire EMS systems in the area. You should be proud of that and know that we have the best of the best, and it's because of your support that we can do that. Out of the 95,000 calls that we run a year, the lion's share of that is EMS calls, and I'd have to give some credit to Chief Paula Coleman. She does run that whole organization, her and her small crew of about 3, so she's doing a fantastic job, but it's with your support that the men and women from Pasco Fire Rescue, Chief Perez, who's not here, he's away on official business, we'd like to say thank you for this recognition.
I'd like to say I greatly appreciate your service. As a first responder going out there in such critical times in people's lives means a lot, especially getting the great service. I know from years ago when I first started, we started to focus on getting every one of the firefighters in EMS, every single person, we want to get them trained dually. And we took that step. I think we took steps to kind of give you better living quarters to live in while you're staying there, improving safety every step of the way, knowing that the better we're taking care of you, the better you can take care of our people. And the numbers are phenomenal to what you've done to service our people every step of the way and taking us to that level of premier, as you've mentioned. And we're very proud of that and very, very thankful for you guys. So appreciate your service.
Mr. Waitman.
Thank you, Chair. Thank Chief Gwynn and everybody here today. So Chief Coleman, you're responsible for managing those 95,000 calls a year? Round of applause to her. To dispatch 95,000 stressful calls, at least for the folks who are calling us, calling 911, and to hold the demeanor and the care and the passion and to get your folks out there to help our citizens or our guests in our county is just, you know, fantastic, fantastic work. It's truly a calling. We're in the service business, and, you know, you see things that you can't unsee, and we're all very sensitive to that. So thank you all for hanging tough and having the passion and choosing the career that you all have, and we need you every day. So thanks for being here.
And I would say thank you so much as well. And as I've mentioned before, there's barely a time when I'm out driving around the county that you're not passing me by. And pay attention to that. I mean, they are always going with me or against me,
No
and
doubt.
I'm
There's
just,
not a day I don't drive down the road
Yeah.
and see one of the vehicles.
yeah, so we're just so grateful for the great work that you do and helping our citizens here. So thank you so much.
Ms. Yeager?
Yes, thank you very much. You guys are our front lines, the first ones, on the scene. Just thank you for what you do. And my son actually wants to be a firefighter, paramedic, so I look forward to maybe him having a ride along and coming to visit you guys. So, thank you.
Mr. Kabala?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll be brief, just to build on this, but I remember the first time when we started talking about this third busiest ambulatory service in the state of Florida. Third busiest in the state. That's talking Miami, Jacksonville, Orlando, even to our south with Tampa, St. Petersburg. You guys, again, serve our citizens on probably what will go down as one of the worst days of their lives. And so just thank you. Thank you for all that you do and that you continue to do to provide life-saving measures to folks. It is one of the essential services that government can provide its citizens. And so thank you for answering the call.
I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate any and all things that you do every day. It's very, very important. And I'm not going to let him get away without speaking. JJ's moving away from the mic.
No.
But really, what I'd like for him to say is what he told me the other day, which I think means a lot for Pasco County.
Boy, now I'm under pressure. I don't know what I told you the other day. Mike stole my line.
It had to do with the replacement of firemen and
Yes.
public safety.
We are, because of your support last year, we were losing on average, 70 firefighters a year were leaving this department. This year, we're down to 3. Wow. We've seen a 95% reduction for your
awesome.
support. So kudos to the board for standing up. Kudos to leadership for bringing this forward. HR, one person can't take credit. It really was a team effort. Commissioner Yeager, we haven't done our branch briefing yet. My boss stole my thing about to tell you that we're the third busiest EMS, but we have EMS firefighters working in college dorms right now just because we're waiting for a firehouse to get built. There's a service need, so they'll go anywhere. And they go everywhere every day, and I just am proud to be part of this team.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, all of you. If you will, we'll all go down and take a picture and. Well, it's good here. I don't want to recognize you out.
Thank you. Thank you. That was great to see you.
I can yell at you too.
Okay, everybody right here, please. Thank you.
We will get emails all the time.
One more. Doing this, JP.
Wait a minute, how come Jack got 2?
All right, RS6, the Building Construction Services team who helped on Permitting Assistance Day. If you will come join the podium, I saw the huge group of you. You're going to really test my skills here with all these names at the end. So.
Oh, boy.
Don't be bashful, come forward.
All right, so this is resolution number 24-129, a resolution by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, commending the building construction services team who helped on Permitting Assistance Day in Pasco County. Whereas Pasco County Building Construction Services held Build Better Together Permitting Assistance Day on Saturday, May 4th, 2024, to assist the citizens of Pasco County. And whereas the event included permit education and application assistance, help with online Pasco Gateway registration, eliminating after-the-fact penalty fees on work done without permits, scheduling inspections, issuing permits on the spot, and a Q&A session for any permitting needs from Pasco County citizens. And whereas the Building Construction Services individuals who helped on Permitting Assistance Day are Anthony Mastraccio? First one, Matt Batten. Okay.
How about raise your hand when your name is called. His name's Anthony in the back.
Okay, right. Debbie Bella Fueli. Okay. Courtney Burns, Melissa Walganeri, Kara Couch, Carla Garlock, John Lynch, Jeff Blaskfitich, Kelly Facchini, Sawan Patel, Danny Knight, Omero Diaz, Chris Main, Jeremy Dalliere, Deborah Jadick, Katrina Dos Santos, Paige Matesic, Megan McConnell, Mike Glazebrook, Darius Quiones, Paul Burke, Kevin Jadick, Mary Shikatano, and J.P. Murphy. And whereas Pasco County Building Construction Services encourages their team to build strong relationships with the citizens of Pasco County, and whereas the Pasco County Building Construction Services team is helping raise awareness about safety in residential and commercial buildings and encouraging community members to do their part with compliance. And whereas during the month of May 2024, in recognition of Building Safety Month, the Pasco County Building Services Department has waived after-the-fact penalty fees on any work that may have been completed without permits. And whereas Pasco County Building Construction Services takes pride in excellence, in service excellence, providing great customer service, and serving the Pasco County community to create a better future. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Pasco County, Florida, that said board hereby commends the Building Construction Services team, Anthony Mastraccio, Debbie Bella Fueli, Courtney Burns, Melissa Walganeri, Kara Couch, Carla Garlock, John Lynch, Jeff Blastovich, Kelly Facchini, Sawan Patel, Danny Knight, Homero Diaz, Chris Main, Jeremy Delliere, Deborah Jadick, Katrina Dos Santos, Paige Matesic, Megan McConnell, Mike Glazebrook, Darius Quiones, Paul Burke, Kevin Jadick, Mary Shikatano, and J.P. Murphy for their commitment and service to the Pasco County community. Done and resolved in regular session with a quorum present and voting this 21st day of May 2024.
Move approval.
Thank you.
All right, I got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion passed 5-0. JP, I think you're up.
Well, first of all, thank you, Madam Clerk, for reading all those names twice.
She did very good on the names. You wouldn't want me doing that. I can tell you.
Mr. Chair, Board, thank you. Welcome, Commissioner Yeager. We're delighted to be here today. We had a fantastic event. We colored this event a big success. And the interesting thing, and for a bit of background, and my comments will be brief, is this idea was born out of a meeting with the Shady Hills Community Association. And they told us about their residents having issues with transportation, digital divide issues, quite frankly, time off of work to be able to come into one of our offices and get some extra special assistance. So we thought, well, can we take our show on the road? And that's exactly what we did. The team behind me came on their precious weekend and figured out a way. We all found a way to go out to LC Logan Park, set up a permitting office. Literally, as you walked around the room, left to right, it is you started with licensing and you went around and we had many folks get issued a permit on the spot. So that 10-day time frame kind of turned into one day, and it was a really great feeling to see all the folks behind me come to work with their full heart to try to build better together, work with the community, and we had so much great feedback. It was the first time I heard somebody walk out of a permitting experience going, wow, that was easy. Those folks were really easy to work with. And it was great to see smiles, and the people behind you really deserve all the credit in how they approached working together with our residents. And we're trying to plan on doing some more of these events throughout the year, kind of all geographic regions in the community. But big thanks to them for all their hard work. And by the way, it also showed that we could set up in about an hour and a half after a natural disaster to get permitting and help folks immediately. So that was kind of a secondary benefit to that. But thank you, and thank you to the team.
Mr. Mariano?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I was so excited going out there a couple of weeks back to watch this go on and to just see the excitement. And whenever I got word that everybody had to volunteer their time to go out there, they didn't have to go out there, they chose to be out there. And that experience is just phenomenal. The attitude that you guys showed by doing that, trying to help our people get through tough times and scary situations for them, it means so much to them. And, as we strive to be premier, I'm going to tell you, of all the things, we were a lot of good things about different things in our different departments going on. But the step I think we took forward from that exposition there at Shady Hills is phenomenal. I just can't thank you guys enough. And it was great to see you guys so happy when you're helping the people. I mean, it was like, just everybody's in charge and everybody's happy. So I think that attitude running this through, building better together is going to be something that's going to be, your jobs, I think, are going to get better. You're going to get more satisfaction. Our people are going to get better as they go through. And we took a tour of the facility yesterday. Thank you very much for that. And I want to tell you, when you walk in, there's places to sit, but there's someone to greet you right away. You can walk in, and then right behind that, there's booths set up where you sit down with a tech one-on-one. You look at the same screen, the tech's looking at the screen, so it's completely interactive. And if they're going through a situation where they can't get the answer and they need to talk to somebody else, instead of you sending someone to another room and try to find another person to come back, they now have the technology to sit right up on a screen, kind of like a FaceTime with a screen almost the size of what's in front of us here, to talk to that person with the tech right there. So the resolution of things, I think, is going to be phenomenal. The other technology, I want to make sure that you guys get it, is a giant screen where you can go up on a board and actually look at the plans, pull them up one by one, and you can blow it up, isolate it, and get the work done right then and there. So I think for your workstations is going to be absolutely phenomenal. The people are going to benefit, and then Pasco just rises up stronger and stronger. So again, I wanted to do this resolution because it meant so much to me to watch all that. I have my assistant Sonia do nothing but take care of my calendar and work with things to go through. I know it's going to get so much easier now, so thank you all.
Yeah. Mr. Waitman?
Thank you, Chair. Volunteering your time is something special. It's time that you'll never get back, but you volunteered your time to help folks who are probably a little intimidated by the power of the government, especially if they did something, whether knowingly or unknowingly, with a permit in a building structure. And for Pasco County to give them an opportunity to help them in an unintimidating way and say, hey, no harm, no foul, let's work through this together, really, I think it just re-energizes or hopefully starts building credibility back into government in general and the people that work here and try to serve our citizens. We take a lot of lumps, government does, government work. I think the confidence level sometimes wanes, but programs like this and what you guys have done here, I think, have added, hopefully starts to help build back significant credibility in their local government and the services that we provide. And it starts with you all on the front lines and spending time out there helping people and giving them confidence and surety that what they can call and get help and not be penalized. And you can work with them in a way that they understand what to do and not do. So appreciate all of you. Very glad that you're here today. And, keep up the great work.
Starkey?
Yeah, I also want to thank you for donating your time and what a service. We all get calls from people who are buying or selling a house. and have run into this problem, and it's very stressful. They appear at closing and they can't close. And I remember one of our sheriff's deputies calling me, and it was going to be a cascade of tragedies with their issue. So I'm really grateful that you took the time to do this, and whosever idea it was, fantastic. And I just thank you so much for your service.
Ms. Yeager?
Yeah, I just think, it's a great resource for Pasco County. I know somebody that was there that day, and she had nothing but amazing things to say about the whole process. So again, thank you for taking your time and just for helping everybody.
Yeah. I can tell you that, Mr. Bob?
If you don't mind, Mr. Chair, that's
Go
fine.
ahead.
No,
I'll
thank
wait.
you, thank you.
I'll wait.
Just real quick. Thank you again for taking your time. Thank you, JP and Anthony, for your leadership, and thank you, team, for doing what you do day in and day out. You ensured compliance, but you built trust, based on, going off of what Commissioner Waitman was. You built trust into the community, and it ensures our objective. Our objective is public safety. You were there. No one calls to thank the IRS for enforcing the tax code, right? You guys enforce the Florida Building Code, and it's okay. And again, thank you for demystifying the process. I tell JP, all the time, it's no PhD in Pasco. So thank you. I really do appreciate you guys, towing the line on this and making it happen. Let's do more.
Well, I can tell you that ever since I've been elected, I've been trying to make this group better and better as we go. And I'm finally hearing what I've been wanting to hear for 7 years. So I can tell you I'm elated with what's going on and what people are talking about, because it's making it smoother. I can't tell you how many less calls I get now on permitting and issues with BCS. It's amazing. I'm not getting those calls. None of us should be getting those calls, because you're doing your job. We won't get those calls. And I certainly appreciate it way more than I can express how much I appreciate what you do, and you step up and help things move smoother through building permits and things of that nature, that in the zonings, because people are concerned, and most of the time they don't understand, but you're there where you can help them. And your help for them may seem very small, but it's very large in their eyes, because it's a different world for them, because they're not used to permitting, they're not used to zoning and all the things that go on. Y'all make that life for them easier and better. And you're doing that for the citizens of Pasco County, and I commend you on a job well done, and keep up this is good work, and keep up that good work, so thank you. Jack, go down and take a picture, and we'll stand up here behind you.
I'd just like to say, Mike Carbella, since you took over this position, and I told you how important this was to us, it's one of the big issues, and you have done a phenomenal job putting a team together, empowering them. And JP, I want to make sure the technology stuff we talked about, that we have any trouble, make sure that gets in the budget. We want to make sure we get all the right tools for you guys to do a great job that you're doing. Just a quick thing, too, as you mentioned, when Commissioner Oakley gets elated, that's a good thing. But,
this is an important group.
Oh, it is, absolutely. We had that one gentleman that I think you guys may remember. He was down, and I had met him at a meeting we had here on flooding, and a realtor told me about this one guy. He had his house for 4 years and had a problem that was solvable, but we couldn't solve it the way things were set up. This amnesty thing that we had done gave them now the way to get it done. That guy was so excited, so happy to have that burden for 4 years on his life, trying to do the right thing.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's right.
we found the way to get it done, and you guys were phenomenal. The other gentleman, I think the very first guy that came in, I'll just be the last one I talk about, but that guy walking was so scared what he was walking into. He walked out so happy, and that was like the story of the whole day all long. So, again, thank you all very much.
Great work. Okay, we'll stand up here. Scoot up or scoot down. Hey, you get bossed around all the time?
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anthony.
Oh, oh, yeah,
It's
your
better
boat, that was
anyway.
funny.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, she got, we tied her up, took her over to the side.
Now we'll move on to our next item, which is time certain, which our time certain run a little late, but.
Sure you don't want to get rid of the consent agenda before you take the,
Oh, yeah, but we gotta do that.
We can do that pretty quick. You want to do that?
Yeah.
You okay with it, Mike?
that'll let you release some people.
Okay. All right, we'll stop right here. That finishes all the resolutions. So now we'll do the consent agenda. I only have one item pulled, which is item C31. Pull and discuss. And look for a motion for the rest of the items on the.
Move to approve the consent agenda minus C31.
Second?
I got a motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed 5-0. Now we will pull up C31. Who's that under?
That's that.
No, I'm talking about the person outside there.
Commissioner Waitman.
Yeah, I know that, yeah. Okay, Mr. Waitman?
Thank you.
Just waiting on you.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, Pooled C31, I think this is a program that the county's taken, literally going to wade into to help homeowners that live on private water bodies within this county understand what they can do to help keep their water bodies healthy. And so I wanted to highlight this. It's a new program and talked it over with the county administrator, and I think it's a fantastic value add to Pasco County, and excited to get the word out about the program.
Okay.
Good morning, members of
Morning.
the board. Welcome, Commissioner Yeager. I'm Jason Mickle, Public Works Director. Thank you, Commissioner Waitman, for bringing this to the attention of the board. Mike Carvalho and Branford have been very supportive of this program. I wish I could take some credit for it, but our environmental team is doing an awesome job bringing this to our customers, to our citizens. I would say we've built this program off of a 25-year success track record. Long story short, I worked on this program when I was at Hillsborough County. Jonah Mick, our environmental manager, he did as well, and we brought the success of this program here to Pasco. This is a volunteer-based program, so we're going to work with the community to help them understand how to manage their water bodies. I would mention that we have about 6,000 water bodies throughout the county. Many of them people don't know what they are. Are they lakes? Are they ponds? You know, so we're trying to help people identify what they are, if they're a lake, if they're a pond, and then once we know that, then we could take proper actions with our community to help them manage it using scientifically sound principles. So that's the point of this program, and we'll be unveiling it immediately. Once now we have the blessing of the board, we'll be bringing it out to the community.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
I'm very excited for this program, and I know, I think Swift Mud, has the responsibility for a lot of these ponds, but I think they have 2 or 3 people for 7 counties or something, and it's, our citizens just don't know their responsibilities with a lot of these ponds. So, I have my 2 leadership council groups, one for the Holiday area, and now I've started one for Trinity Odessa. So, and these are the representatives from their HOAs and CDD boards and civic associations. And I'm going to make sure you're on my speaking circuit so we can get this word out to the community. So thank you very much. It's a great idea.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Jason, I would just say you are doing a phenomenal job. We just had that one I talked about last week over at Gulf Highlands and Palm Terrace. We had done a great work in the trench work, but then we saw when the water levels dropped down, there was a lot of silt in there, and you guys went in there and did a phenomenal job cleaning out that moor. As we go through our engineering designs and everything else forward, what you did for those people are going to save them through the whole summer. So thank you for all the great ingenuity that you're using and the getting it done attitude that you've got. Thank you.
Can I come back again?
You can.
Okay, so Jason, I don't know if it's you, but I want to remind you all that I want to cover the pumps on Little Road in Trinity. It's very unattractive to have those temporary pumps permanently placed. So just a reminder, Mr. Administrator.
We actually removed them.
They're gone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we removed them.
Wow. So their temporary ones aren't permanent anymore. So we're going to bring them back if needed,
They'll be
kind of
deployed
deal?
when needed. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, isn't that great that we haven't needed them in a while? I guess it's good and bad, and we're in such a drought, but, okay, well, that eliminated that problem. Thank you very much.
All right, we're good.
Move approval on C31, Chair.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed, 5-0. Thanks, sir. Okay, now we'll move to R37? 47, excuse me.
Go by and take a look at that
I'm not
again.
seeing the numbers right here today, because I got one over there, I'm reading 48.
I heard they saved the best for last.
Well, I heard that, but I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Don't worry, I'll get you back for that. Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Stefania Dewey, Executive Assistant to County Administration. Today, we celebrate the spring 2024 graduating class of Pasco Citizens Academy. Over the past 11 weeks, I've had the pleasure of witnessing a group of dedicated individuals who not have only shown great interest in our local government, but have also demonstrated exceptional intelligence and curiosity. The participants had direct access to Pasco's elected officials, constitutional officers, and county team members. They learned about programs and services, budgetary limitations, day-to-day operations, and toured various facilities throughout the county. Last week, we gathered at the historic Pasco County Courthouse and spent quality time with Chairman Oakley. I recall him saying, "There's no better place to live than Pasco County." I share that sentiment and just want to add that I am very proud to call Pasco County my home and workplace. With the board's permission, and before we present certificates, I'd like to ask some of the participants to come up here and share about their experience.
That'd be good.
And you can all come up at once if you'd like.
Come on. Don't be
Whoever
sh-
wants to speak
don't
can
be
come
sh-
up at once.
Don't be shy. I don't think they're shy, because I remember all of them playing good parts in the courthouse, so.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Michelle Davis. I just want to thank you as commissioners, because if it wasn't for your establishment of this program, myself as a resident and obviously everybody else, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to learn and have so much of the background, so much of the background of what you and staff do for the county. And it has far exceeded any of my expectations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good morning. I just want to say that the opportunity that we had to visit facilities, maintenance, the sheriff's department, the solid waste. I can't say enough about the Citizens Academy, and the problem, I think, is that it's not promoted enough. If people knew about this wonderful program. By the way, Stefani did a wonderful job in communicating with us. We have all the PowerPoints and just the direct contact and the communication with the directors and the assistant directors, animal services, elderly services. I can go on and on. But if you're going to take some time to learn about the county and not these, let me just finish by saying this. The questions that I have, that people have when I talk to them about Pasco County and its growth is why? Why blank? If you want to know the answer to those questions, come and join this academy. You'll learn a lot.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thank you.
By the way, he had the hardest part. He had to play me.
So I'm familiar with a lot of you. As a real estate agent, it is very difficult in Pasco County in this day and age. But I want to say taking on this Citizens Academy was an eye-opener for me. I thought I knew a lot about the government and how it worked. I knew nothing. And I'll repeat that over and over again. This is the best program out there. I just wish more people knew about it. Thank you guys, Commissioners Oakley, Commissioner Oakley. We had a budget of $100. Let me tell you, that was a tough chore.
Did you cut
last week?
Did you cut programs or raise taxes?
So
What
I
did you
just
do?
said to the other people in the class that we are glad we gave $1 to our ambulance driver on the recommendation of somebody. That was the hard task when we had to fill your shoes in your seat. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for everybody that spoke at the class on behalf of the government. And it was eye-opening. So thank you.
We wish more people would see it. So if they joined this program, they would. And you understand why when you hear all the questions and emails, but y'all were able to understand that after you
I think
heard
we have
everybody.
someone else who wants to speak.
Yep. Come on.
Good morning, everyone. So I'll start by saying, Stefania, you did an amazing job. She put up with us for 11 weeks, and you guys were very open to just hearing our comments, our concerns, answering questions, and staying later than you probably should have, in a number of sessions. But I moved here from Hillsborough County in September of last year.
Very good.
And I remember telling a coworker, I happened upon this program, so my fellow participants and I are on the same page where I think this needs to be, not that you can make it mandatory for people who move here to do it, almost promoting it a little bit more. I happened upon it by chance, and it's been phenomenal. One of the things I intended to accomplish being a new resident of Pasco County was finding ways to, one, learn about the community, and find ways to participate in the community a little bit more. And this program has opened my eyes to the various different services and areas that I can probably do so. So I thank you guys for doing that, for your openness, and for allowing us the opportunity to be here as residents. So thank you for that and for this program. And I'm sure we all look forward to finding ways that we can be supportive in this mission for making Pasco County great. We should have, if we don't have, I Love You Pasco County shirts, because I know I want one.
Thank you.
Oh, here's the, I think she's an actor in her past history, but she did a very good job. You?
Me?
Yes, you.
No, I'm not an actor, but
You did pretty good as an
I've
actor.
had some professional training. I would echo everything that my classmates have said, and it's been great to get to know them as well. I moved here 4 years ago, and I knew it was a good decision for my family to move here to Pasco County, but I didn't fully understand why it was such a good decision until I took this class. And I also didn't feel totally settled and at home in my new community until I took this class.
Nice.
It helped me really round out setting my roots, I guess I would say again. So I've always thought that you don't know what you don't know, so you better be inquisitive and willing to learn. And I learned so much about the county. It's been wonderful. And I know I can be an ongoing learner because I'm using the website. I signed up to get notices about things that are posted to the website. I've been watching podcasts to learn about different things that are going on in the county, and I've started watching the TV channel in the morning when I have my coffee. So thank you very much for all you're doing to try and make it possible for us to access information, learn, and feel at home.
Wonderful.
Good. Come on, don't be bashful.
Everyone, I think the transparency of the Citizens Academy is refreshing, because I feel like a lot of us don't have access to the information that we learned here, and it's important for us to know all that about our community. And these two inspiring women are the ones who got me here, because you guys came to the Pasco Chamber of Commerce
Yes.
Women's Meeting.
Yeah.
And I actually sat right next to you, and you guys both did presentations. It was awesome. And again, it's not advertised enough. So if you guys hadn't come there, I might not be here today. But thank you for that, and thank you all for having us, and you guys too, everyone.
This is actually my second time in a row, back-to-back, taking it. So for anybody, it's not just for newcomers. I'm born and raised here, second generation. And I recommend anybody that is in this county to take it, because it really is, you get to learn a lot. You get the department heads. You get to ask a lot of questions that you seek answers to. And you might not get every answer answered, but you know, it really is a blessing, and you get to meet great people. You know, I had Derek last time. He was all right since he's in here, but we got the better one.
Oh.
Hey, you like the roast. And then Eric, obviously, he's got great leadership. He's the man, and appreciate him. And there's just a lot. You meet a lot of the everyday people who are very passionate about what they do, and you know, those are the people that, like you guys said, the mechanics. It's the everyday people that show up every day to do the job. That's who we need to always be grateful for and thankful for, because if it isn't for them, this whole thing shuts down. You guys honestly are useless, no offense. It's the people, no, I didn't mean it in like a disrespectful way.
You're probably right.
Just, they're the ones that really are the machine behind everything. And I definitely recommend you should take it, since you said you didn't know about departments, because
I started it, actually, and I've been to many of them, but I've never visited Fleet. Did you guys visit Fleet on one of your days?
We visit every department. I recommend it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome, and Stephanie's great. I'm going to get out of here now because I took up a lot of time.
Stefania, thank you for running our program. And, you know, I've always said when we started this that nowhere do you really learn what local government does. And if you had it in school, it might have been one day or two. But I don't recall really learning much about how local government functions. So we're really proud of this academy. We used to do it one time a year, and now we're doing it two. But and we will work on spreading the word. I have a few ideas, but I would say that our graduates who have participated in this are our best cheerleaders to help us recruit more people. So because we think an educated populace helps the county. Helps us all move forward. So if you would talk about this to your friends and peers or your Facebook page or whatever, we'd love to, you know, have waiting lists for our class, because we want as many people as possible to learn about what their local government does. So thank you all for taking the time to go through it.
Mr. Chairman?
Thank you for your support.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to say, Commissioner Starkey, this was a brilliant idea of yours, and staff has done a great job executing every step of the way. Derek did a great job starting us off, and Stefania, great accolades. I don't know what this guy's talking about, but you're doing phenomenal. But we thank you all for doing it, and I think we do need to go put something out there. Just the testimony we just heard now should be the next podcast. Yeah. Let's get the word out. So thank you all very much for taking the class, taking the interest in the county, because we all work hard at what we do and try to make sure we're making the right decisions, and input from citizens like you helps us make great decisions over and over again. So thank you all.
Hey, just so you'll know, I don't pick on people unless I think they're the best. So rises to the top. But a great group. I enjoyed being with you the other night. It was fun. So.
Okay, I think they have a format for us to shake hands.
Yes.
Okay.
I also just want to add, if Mike Carbala will pay me my hourly rate, I'll go join the guy at Firehouse Subs and flip a sign, and we'll get the. Okay? But I really just love this program. Yes, so if you would, please come down, and we'll go ahead and start the passing out of the certificates. Yeah. Class, when I call your name, please come up for your certificate and then gather in front of the dais.
How many is this class?
There's 14. We have one that couldn't join us today. Brian Paris. Connie Luco. Daisha Runman. Dawn Rochelle. Jacob Fantauzi. Jamie Lynch. Kay Annie Reed. Lady Gonzalez Reyes. Michael Cook. Michelle Davis. Patrick Storer. Susan Kano. And Tiffany Bogart. And if the class would come back up, I'd like for everybody to be in a group photo.
What was it, scoot down?
Sonia? Stefania? In front of the trying to make up to you now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, everybody, right here, please. Thank you. Looks good, thank you all.
You're welcome.
Can y'all do this in 5 seconds or less, or?
I'll try.
So we're at R47, is that right?
48.
How did I get these numbers all mixed up? All right, 48.
47 was the
Was that group?
graduation,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I had them listed different. Okay, so this is the last one we have on the regular agenda? Okay. All right, Mr.
Good morning,
Pitos.
Mr. Chairman. Nectarios Pitos, Planning and Economic Growth. Wanted to say welcome to Commissioner Yeager.
Thank you.
Good morning. Today we're going to talk about new Pasco County public hearing signs. A few months ago, the Board of County Commissioners requested a redo of the types of public hearing signs that we use. And we're doing this kind of old school halfway. We have the existing Pasco County sign behind me. It's about 24 inches in width by 36 inches in height. And you can see a couple of interesting aspects of it. A lot of blank lines. A lot of it is handwritten. The way applicants fill this out is they fill in and then they X out as public hearings progress through the process. It's a one-size-fits-all type of sign. Today we're going to introduce to you a new Pasco County public hearing sign. The proposed sign is 36 inches tall and 44 inches in height. It allows for a little bit more space. Yes, and to that effect, we do have updated attachments for you all that we can submit for the record as well.
Move to receive it. Do we have to do that from, if it's from staff?
I don't think so.
Yeah, might as well make the motion.
Not,
Oh.
if you want it as part, that's really up to the
For
clerk's
the
office,
record.
if you want it as part of the record, yeah.
It's okay. No, okay.
Okay, so the
All right.
attachments are going to sort of show the type of sign that can fit in this dimension, and we'll walk through it in just a second. And just by reason of comparison, the Hillsborough County public hearing sign is just a little bigger at 39 inches by 48 inches. So with that, we'll put up the actual size behind me, and you can see what's new with the new sign. And this new sign's been developed by the Planning and Economic Growth Department in coordination and collaboration with the County Attorney's Office as well as the County Administrator's Office. So I'd like to thank those offices as well for their help. And what's new here is that you can see a new vibrant color scheme has been introduced, larger size in the overall sign type, as well as larger sizes in the fonts. And they're actually more legible because it's no longer handwriting, it's all typed font. And we'll walk through, these are all going to be PDF documents with drop-down menus for applicants to select to make their choices, and then take to the printers to post, to print and post on their site. Importantly, we've also added a QR code that will allow people to take pictures of these public hearing signs and actually navigate to the Pasco County website and obtain the information associated with the public hearing signs.
Terry, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So that was interesting. So the applicant gets a PDF and has a company print these? Is that?
Yes.
Oh, I never knew that part of this.
So we'll get to that in a second. I'll explain how the logistics of it works. So there are a number of product types that planning brings forward to the Board of County Commissioners, and each of those product types have, I call them product types, they're different types of projects, right? Different product types that are brought to the Board of County Commissioners, and each of those have different types of public hearings that need to be heard. And the number of hearings is different for each one. So we have comprehensive plan amendments, we have comprehensive plan amendments at small scale, we have rezonings and conditional uses, we have special exceptions, alternative standards, variances, and waivers, and we have appeals. Each one of these product types will have their own PDF sign. So it's no longer a one-size-fits-all, but a very customized approach so that the public can be fully informed about the exact type of product or project that is going to be heard by either the Board of County Commissioners or the Planning Commission / local planning agency, and even the Villages of Pasadena Hills Planning and Policy Committee. Here's an example on the overhead of a small-scale comprehensive plan amendment. You'll notice a local planning agency meeting line and a Board of County Commissioners meeting line. These are all drop-down menus. Well, the dates are drop-down menus that can be selected, as well as drop-downs to illustrate from what type of category or in this case, future land use designation to what other type of future land use designation is being selected. Behind me is what is the normal comprehensive plan process, and you'll notice there's 3 lines there, which sort of illustrates the point that these are customized. This is an application of a rezoning public hearing sign, and see the terminology has now changed to Planning Commission, and also a little bit more description about what can actually take place with regard to the zoning project that might be heard, and as I said, Planning Commission and Board of County Commissioners. These are the various product types that are brought forward from time to time that are associated with the Villages of Pasadena Hills. This is going to require us to produce a specific sign type for VOPH. Again, comprehensive plan amendments, rezoning, special exceptions, so on and so forth. And you can see in the VOPH public hearing sign, there's a bit more activity that takes place. You have to go, in the case of a comprehensive plan amendment, you have to go to the VOPH Planning and Policy Committee, then you need to go to the local planning agency. In the case of a large-scale comprehensive plan amendment, if it's greater than 50 acres, for example, 2 Board of County Commissioners meetings. So you can kind of see how many different types of meetings a particular project needs to go through, and how the old sign was a bit difficult in communicating all that information to the public. So that's the presentation of the new sign. We'd like to get your feedback and understand the board's perspective.
Okay.
Thank you,
Mr.
Chair.
Waitman?
Terry and team, I tell you, this is, to add this level of clarity and transparency for projects coming in to Pasco County, I think is fantastic. I think the only thing that's missing from the new sign is a picture of Mike Carbala's face on the top right. But no, great work here. This is, it make folks to see what's going on easier, and they can come and participate in the process. So good work.
Yeah, I think this is really good. And I love the variability that you have there, so I think our citizens will really appreciate this, so good job.
And Commissioner, I did forget to mention that this would be a sign that would be filled out by the staff, or excuse me, by the applicant. Staff would make the prescription to the applicant and say, this is the process that you need to go through, so here's the PDF template that you need to fill out, and then the applicant would make their selections, and then go to the print shop, print their own sign, take it out to their site, post it on their property.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
That
very good.
sounds good. That's good. Mr. Maron, you want to speak?
Commissioner Yeager first.
Okay.
Ms. Yeager?
I think it's great, and it's very visible, so, you know, especially like for us over 50 club that can't see very well, I think it's awesome, and you did a great job on it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Terry, I know I brought this idea to you a long time ago, and it's been taking a long time to get here, and I want to say what you've come up with is phenomenal. I think it's something you can post that sign, even if it's flat to the road, people can see that going by, which is huge, the visibility, and now they know what to do. I'm going to tell you, I just struggled a little bit. I just went to the code, and I tried to log it, but I couldn't get to the exact thing. So if you would just take another look at that, or sit down and show me, but I don't know if there's an easier way to do it, but exactly how to get to look at the amendment. This is something maybe just have to tweak, like I said, just clicked on it, so maybe it's me, but I love the idea. I think it's absolutely phenomenal what you've come up with. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay. Are we asking for approval?
All right.
Phenomenal.
Yep, well done.
So no vote? No vote at all? Y'all just go to work.
Yes, sir. We'll be,
I'm good with that.
as soon as we work out a last minute detail, we'll
Right.
start implementing these new signs, and you'll start seeing them around the county.
Yep, just let us know so when it happens, so we know.
Tremendous.
That'd be good. So,
We do our photo now?
no, I don't think
No?
so.
When do we do the photo?
Oh, when do we do a photo of the commission?
Right now, sir, or?
Right now, and we'll adjourn for lunch and be back here for public hearing at 1:30. Okay?